Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Entertainment Podcast, your source for all things entertainment. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Adrian Rashad Driscoll on the line. He's an immersive media producer and founder of Driscoll Entertainment. Adrian, welcome to the show.
Hey, Adam. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, so I'm excited about today's topic. So we're going to talk about trends in virtual reality and AR. But before we get into that, let's get a little bit further into what you're doing over at Driscoll Entertainment. Tell us a little bit more about your company, please.
Yeah, sure. We've been around for about 20 years, which is crazy enough. You know, I started from a very small town, Barstow, California.
20 years? They had augmented reality 20 years ago? What?
No. I started in traditional television and film, initially in acting, and then I became a producer some years later. But I've been in AR, VR for about 10 years. As far as traditional media, it's the full 20.
So what kind of clients and what kind of projects do you like working on?
You know, it's all about the story. We've worked with huge clients. A couple years back, we did a 360 experience for United Way, and it showed basically the A to Z of people getting into supportive housing. And, you know, before then, we had a lot of pushback on people not wanting to build in the underdeveloped communities as far as supportive housing goes. And, you know, since then, over 12,000 people have received homes. So it's a very, you know, it's great to be a small part of something big like that. But everything's different. You know, it's always about the story. So, you know, from NBC to to KTLA, we worked with some really huge partners and companies.
What kind of projects do you like working on?
I mean, I like everything. I know it sounds bad, but I mean, I love doing commercials. I love doing music videos. You know, anything we can actually do in immersive media, you know, I definitely like doing that as well. But I mean, I'm a filmmaker, so feature films and television are gonna always have my heart. You know, whether they're in 2D or 360 or VR even.
I think that's a great transition. So let's get into it. So trends in virtual reality and AR, I mean, what excites you?
Man, you know, this right now is a very character building time for all of us. So it's so exciting to see that people are learning new ways to communicate. They're actually saying, hey, look, I can actually feel like I'm in the room with the person through virtual and in some cases mixed reality, and it's such a powerful medium, and people are finally starting to understand that. I run a tour called Jesus VR World Tour, and you know, the people who did the Passion of the Christ, they came back some years later and did a 360 experience showing the life of Christ, and seeing people's reaction when you put this headset on, they're going through this experience, and they're what should initially be a one-person experience, they're doing with their family, and they're feeling that additional bond. It's so powerful, you know. I've shown 10,000 people at least virtual reality, and I still get chills. I still get chills seeing people's reaction.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting to see what'll happen next. What kind of business applications do you see happening? Like, so I've seen a lot of things in entertainment. Obviously, gaming. We know gaming is huge. What kind of business applications? Like, what's interesting for you in that space?
I mean, the enterprise solutions I've seen are, of course, tutorials. You know, how do I train my people to be more efficient? And it started with just everyday processes, and then it got to larger scales, you know, and now there's it teaches you how to be a speaker, you know, and it's getting rid of phobias, which is extremely exciting for me, because now it's going on a more mental health. And one of the projects that some of my students created was it's called Virtual Life Scenarios. but basically children with autism, they're able to practice everyday scenarios that may not be practical for parents to take. You can't take your kid to the store every day, and show them. It's just not a practical thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're able to do this at home, in a controlled environment, and you're able to teach them these life skills. And for a lot of us, we're so used to it. It's so simple to us. And some people have, more barriers to get through to get to these life skills. So I'm glad that it's there in the medical as well as the mental education elements as well.
That's awesome. And when you say it like that, I mean, that's where I just think VR, AR, just some of the potential of what's going to happen next year. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, my only experience up to date like that I've done is I think I did like an escape room. It was like one of those kind of immersive experience. And let me tell you, that was not fun, but I don't like regular escape rooms. When I go in there, I just feel like I'm getting yelled at all the time, like, think. Come on. Like, I don't know how to think. I'm like, I don't know what to think about. I'm sorry. I'm just going to stand here.
Right.
No, I love it, Adrian. That's awesome. So that being said, if somebody's listening to this, Adrian, and they want to learn more about what you're doing over at Driscoll Entertainment, what kind of, I want you to, a two-part question to end it. Number one, what kind of businesses and or companies do you like working with? Number one. Number two, what's the best route for them to reach out and to kind of follow up? Like, what kind of products do you look into to do, and what's the best way for people to reach out to you?
Yeah, absolutely. I love people who are open-minded. We always think we know everything, and you learn the most after you know everything, in my opinion. And to do something like immersive media, like I get companies all the time that say, hey, I want to do this. And I'm like, it's not practical. You're going to spend way too much money to make this experience in 360 when you could just have it, a regular 2D experience. Where's this going to live? Who's your audience? So it's always good when business owners say, hey, I think this might be cool, but, I'm open-minded. I don't know anything about this, and I want to learn. So those are the people that we do the best with, in my opinion. But yeah, if you want to reach out, if you want to talk to me, if you want to ideate, reach out to me at driscollentertainment.com. That shows a lot of our portfolio and some of our past fun projects, and it'll give you a little peek of what's in the future. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Instagram.com/Driscoll, DRISCOOL, which I'm sure Adam will put somewhere in there. And yeah, let's chat. Let's build.
Fantastic. Well, Adrian, great having you on the show today. I love the updates on what you see and what's exciting you in AR and VR. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Entertainment, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things you're working on. And Adrian, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. Take care.